What's up, sports fans, and welcome to the Sports Shack, hosted by Jay Kerr and myself, Buddy Burnz. Right now, we're going to get to something we like to call hot topics, and one of the hottest topics right now is what passed in the Bridgestone Invitational, which is basically what we're going to call it is Steve Williams versus the world.
Fuck. Unreal. Like, you couldn't write this any better for him, really, could you? I mean, the first week back at Firestone, now he's won 8 times at Firestone. Tiger Woods has only won 7. So he's got 1 up on Tiger. You know? Okay,
so Jay, I'm gonna ask you the question. What do you feel about him? Like, obviously you watch TV and you go on the internet and shit. Like, you get your sports, right?
Yeah.
And the whole sports world has been fucking shitting on this guy, saying how dare he say what he said.
Well, the thing is that it's like an unwritten rule for caddies to kind of like step back and not be in the limelight. And here's this guy, right after he won, right after, you know, he didn't win, Adam Scott won. Let's be honest, the golfer is the one that won.
Okay, but
you know what I mean? Like,
he didn't have a sign going,
it's
hey,
not even like he's the coach.
It's
not even like he's the coach. Because he's not even like, it's not like he's the head coach.
Well, he's an advisor.
He's like the assistant coach. You know what I mean? Like, he'd like draw some of the plays.
But the media is the one that blew all this into
well,
the
there's
way
other
it
golfers.
is.
All those golfers are on Twitter, and they're like, you know, they're right. So, but
I haven't heard one positive thing about this guy.
Well, you know what? The thing is,
he's even worse off than what Tiger originally did.
That's why Tiger's smart. He's not saying anything.
He's staying out of it.
Tiger Woods is doing the smartest thing he can do is not say a goddamn word. If he says one word,
what the fuck is he gonna say? He finished 37th.
Yeah, but you know what? The fact is, this guy's basically calling him out, and like he just keeps going on and on and on. Like, buddy, you got fired. Okay, it wasn't working out. Stop crying about it. Isn't he crying about it?
Who?
I stood behind him for 2 years. Buddy, you got paid very well.
He did.
You were like the 3rd highest paid fucking person on tour for 10 years.
But that's not what they were freaking out about. They were more freaking out about him saying that it was the biggest victory he's ever won in his
bullshit.
career.
Which even Adam Scott said.
Well, that's his little stab at Tiger for fucking firing.
But the thing is, like, even Adam Scott said, I can't believe that's like, I don't know, I'm paraphrasing, but he's like, he was surprised that, you know, he picked that as the biggest win of his career over all the majors. Like, that's ridiculous. Let's be honest, those majors were more important.
Well, listen.
Okay, that's just him saying
the way I see it, it's the people who created him, who created a Steve Williams, because he was a caddy. And he was Tiger Woods' caddy.
Oh, he's been a lot of people's caddy. He's been a caddy for 30 years. He was Nick Faldo's caddy.
And nobody knew him then.
Oh yeah, they knew him. He was a good caddy.
But he became famous with Tiger Woods' caddy.
He became famous for, you know, people who, the normal sports fans,
the
hardcore golf fans knew.
And who made him famous?
Tiger
the media,
Woods,
and the help of
let's be honest, Tiger Woods made every golfer famous.
Right?
Tiger Woods made every golfer famous.
Yeah, he did.
Nobody would know any of these golfers if it wasn't for Tiger.
Yeah, he pretty much put golf on the map.
He did.
Yeah,
no,
he brought it back. He did. To the point where Nike's all over him.
Nike's all over him. Golf, fucking, you know, all these kids are playing golf now. They wanted to be like Tiger.
But now he's not the guy, man. He's not the fucking. You got guys like Fowler.
The tour is full of guys. Your
boy almost won, man.
He's sick,
almost won. I was going, fuck the J, almost won. Holy shit.
He's sick, buddy. That kid, small guy, he's like 5'6", 5'7". He just rips the ball.
Well,
now do you see this little guy, this tiny little guy, honestly just mash balls, mash them, and you're like. Then you look at a guy like Dustin Johnson. He's like 6'6", 240. And he's hitting the same distance, and you're like, how is this fucking even comparable?
It's these magic clubs these kids got.
You know what? It's technique. It's technique. It's club head speed. How fast? You know, it's just like Jose Bautista.
Hey, man,
who swings harder than Jose Bautista?
Hey, it's breaking down, man, into fucking these guys practice.
Who swings harder than like a Sammy Sosa? No one swung harder than Sammy Sosa. That guy fucking, you know, was popping veins while he swung.
And some of these guys have natural.
Yeah, these guys. Yeah, they're flexible. They get. You know, they really whip that club through.
Well, what about the next tournament coming up?
Well,
which is on Thursday?
Starts on Thursday.
Starts
in 2 days. It's the PGA Championship. It's the final major of the year. It's also basically, there's only 2 weeks left, I guess, in the regular season for the PGA Tour. There's this week, and then there's next week, which is the Greenbrier in North Carolina. Then they have the playoffs, and the playoffs are pretty cool. But we'll get into that next week.
Yeah.
Okay, so but the PGA, big, championship, but kind of like the weakest of the majors. I would say if you win the PGA, it's the worst of the 4 majors, and even I would take probably like the Players Championship, probably over the PGA Championship if I was a golfer, just because of the prestige of. But this type of course, they're playing in Atlanta. It's long. They've taken out the par 5s, which means that there's only normally there's 4 par 5s, and this is where like everyone does good on the par 5s. This year there's only 2 par 5s, so it's par 70. It's not par 72. It's going to be hard for them to score. I mean, the first hole is like fucking 480-yard par 4, and they're all 450. They have 500-yard par 4 closing on 18. I mean, anybody who hits the ball 250, 270 yards is getting crushed this week. It's all about length.
Yeah. So saying that, who do you?
Okay. Well, I have like these picks, so I'm just gonna look them up. Because they're matchups. There's one guy.
I've talking about this with a few other people, and your boy Bubba Watson is his name gets floated around.
Yeah, you know what? He's kind of been quiet a bit. He hasn't been playing that well. He was playing really good at the beginning of the year, but I think this is the kind of tournament for him. This is the type of course for him. The guy is as long a hitter as there is on the PGA. He's one of the only guys that can do just about anything with the ball. He can shape it left. Which you're going to need on this course because it has dog legs. So like right now, I got, Phil Mickelson versus Tiger Woods. You got Phil Mickelson minus 130 against Tiger Woods. Come on, fuck. Tiger is not doing shit. Phil Mickelson's going to beat Tiger Woods. And that line's going up. That line's going up. I have another one. Hunter Mayhem versus KJ Choi. Remember we were talking about KJ Choi earlier in the year. Yeah. I'm like, well, this guy's consistent. He's consistent, he's playing pretty good. Now he's kind of pulling back. It's a long season for him. And Hunter Mayhem basically hits it further than him. And I just think, Hunter Mayhem's got like a better game for... Basically, I'm going to be betting against, Asian and European guys on the PGA Championship. It's just the type of course you're just going to go against. So I also have, I got Bubba Watson. Got to take Bubba.
That's it.
And I'm taking him against Zach Johnson. Zach Johnson, very accurate with his clubs. Hits fairways, hits greens, decent putter, but he's not a long hitter. Small guy, doesn't hit that long. He's going to find it hard when, he's hitting, 3 irons into greens and Bubba Watson's hitting fucking 8 irons into the green. Bubba's going to be a lot more, accurate. So the fact is, I like Bubba over Zach Johnson. So that's 3. And I think the 4th one...
Listen to these picks, folks.
The 4th one, and this is probably the one, I would call like the lock of the week.
Yeah.
Honestly, this thing is fucking ridiculous. This line is going to move. It's going to move up, guaranteed. There's no way. If it goes the other way, I'm going to fucking eat crow next week, okay? So I have Thomas Bjorn versus Darren Clark. You remember Darren Clark? He won the British Open?
Can't say.
Okay, he's the one that won the British Open this year. The guy, from Northern Ireland, like in his 40s. Been playing.
Yeah. Okay.
He won. Yeah. Thing is, he's not a long hitter. Last week, what did he do? He played Firestone last week. You know what place he came in? Like 3rd last. Wow. He can't play on these American courses. He can't. He just doesn't have the length.
So I guess you're going against him.
Yeah, and I'm taking Thomas Bjorn, who's also European, but he's a good player though. He's a lot better than Clark.
You got the picks there. Okay. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
And check out our website, www.thesportsshack.ca.
We say it, we play it. Later.